When I was younger, I would see traveling as something that I didn't want to do because it was something that goes out of my pocket. It was something that I would actually spend on it. However, when I looked at it from a lens of learning, when I looked at it from the lens of education, that there's a lot of things that you can actually get when you start to move around and when you actually start to travel. And not just that, it's the connections that you make, the network that you make. Please do remember this. Your network at times will define what your net worth will be. Hey guys, so I've been here in Dubai for about a week now, and there's so many things that are changing. And what's interesting about Dubai is it's becoming the hot spot for everything innovation, everything digital, and it's nice to be in a place where you see technology unfolding in front of your very eyes. But not just that, you see a lot of people, the skilled ones, the ones that are highly talented, the ones that are highly smart, moving into this place because they know that there's so much adoption that's coming, especially in crypto. So allow me to share a couple of things that I do hope helps you also. Please do notice that every time you travel, you get to see different things, but not just that, you get to observe things that will help you as an investor, that will also guide you on how you could decide on how you deploy your capital. Because especially if you're watching this also and you're from the Philippines, you can actually deduct that from a certain perspective, the Philippines is relatively following the trends from different parts around the world. It gives you a guide also that if this happened in certain countries, then it's gonna happen also in the Philippines. And I mentioned this in videos years ago that one of the reasons why I was so bullish on Gcash, on Globe as a stock also, primarily because when you go to China, this was all before COVID, this was all before the lockdown, this was all before everyone was using QR codes as well. In China, people were already using QR codes there. People were already digital. People were already cash free. I knew that it wasn't a question whether people would be going digital or adopting QR codes. I knew it was only a question of when. And then when the pandemic happened, what was so interesting was that it just happened so fast that it accelerated everything. There's a lot of things that we could mine as we start to travel. And when people say that traveling becomes an expense, which is true also, when you travel, it's something that's out of pocket. But there's certain things that you can get that can educate you, where you could learn from certain things that will make you a better business person, that will make you a better investor, that will allow you also to expand your world as you meet different people from different nationalities, from different countries, from different backgrounds, from different expertise. You get better. You have extra time, money, resources that you could actually use. Allot some of that for traveling. So when I was younger, I would see traveling as something that I didn't want to do because it was something that goes out of my pocket. It was something that I would actually spend on it. However, when I looked at it from a lens of learning, when I looked at it from the lens of education, that there's a lot of things you can actually get when you start to move around and when you actually start to travel. And not just that, it's the connections that you make, the network that you make. Please do remember this. Your network at times will define what your net worth will be. It's true also that you don't need to know anyone to be able to make it in life, but it doesn't hurt. It will even help you if you know people that are in line with where you want to go, or they could purchase the services or products that you have, or they can align with you, or they could do things that could also help you and progress your businesses forward. I mentioned at the top of the video, I was talking about things digital. And guess what? Here, what's so interesting about this is that digital just keeps on moving forwards. When you have the best minds, when you have a lot of people that are massively smart working in the space, and you have a lot of money moving into it, that's when you see building happen. That's when you see ecosystems happen and take place. Always remember this, that adoption happens when there are platforms that people could actually use. The internet, if there weren't any apps that were built around it, there weren't any websites that would actually help people make their lives better, then the internet would not really have any merit. And that's why I highly suggest, guys, go hard on this. Go hard on everything that you understand that's highly connected to the internet and digital. It's not just limited to crypto, blockchain, NFTs, the metaverse, because there's so much more. We're seeing AI go mainstream and move into scale, that we're seeing more and more people actually use it, especially for a lot of the tasks, a a lot of the things that we normally do that are routinary require a lot of research, manual computation, and that's what AI is currently disrupting right now. It's making some jobs that were traditionally very lucrative now not have as much merit as what it was before. That's what technology does. It makes things faster, more efficient, but in a way also, it tends to remove industries that tend to make life slower for all of us as well. You could go different routes in all of this. You could be the type of person that's researching on this and trying to find projects and companies that you could actually invest in that are highly connected to AI or anything digital. You can be an investor, which is what I love. What's nice about being an investor is that you don't have to run things, you don't have to do the marketing, you don't have to do the selling, you don't have to do a lot of the nitty-gritty stuff also that's required of being an entrepreneur. Being an entrepreneur is hard. It looks glamorous when you see people do very, very well. When you see the Mark Zuckerbergs of the world, please to remember, not everyone succeeds. And there will be people who are comfortable being an employee, but also investing. But there will also be people that will be comfortable doing things at their own terms. And I think that's one of the advantages of entrepreneurship. It gives you the ability to be able to do things at your own terms. It gives you the ability also to be able to control things. Please do remember, when you start something that's digital or AI, it doesn't change the fact that entrepreneurship is all about sales, marketing, customer service, doing something also that's very, very innovative. That doesn't change. And what's nice about that is you control a lot of things. You control your markups, you control your margins, you control how much discounts you can give, you control the amount of effort that you will actually do so that you can actually earn more as well. It's one of the reasons over the past years also I've been talking about AMD, primarily because they're one of the companies that's building chips, GPUs, that AI would be massively used. People have been talking about the applications that people would actually use, which is good because that's something that's tangible that actually people could see. There's also the hardware that will be built on top of it. And that's something I think that, okay, if AI will continue to go mainstream, there will be a larger amount of chips that will be needed. That's why AMD is in the forefront of things as well. As you start to travel, it validates a lot of the things that you would research on that you could see in the internet. It will allow you to develop meaningful connections also with people who are in the same line of interests as you, which could probably also help you as you start your business or could probably connect you also in terms of investing. And that's what traveling can do. Explore the world, spend a lot of time learning, marry those two, and find out what business and investment ideas you could actually have. For all of you guys who are asking what's the best business to start, what's the best investment you could actually do, you have to look at it from this perspective. When you travel, you could see certain things here in other countries that you could actually bring to the Philippines or to whatever country you are at. There could be something here that's already being used and proven that's not yet in the Philippines. That's what you implement there. Or there could be technologies here that hasn't been in the Philippines yet, that people have not been using yet, that you could actually use as well. So that's how you could go, and that's how you could actually segment things. I hope that you guys got a lot from this. I'm gonna try to give you as much more videos and content and something that's valuable and things that I hope that helps you in your road to entrepreneurship, investing, and ultimately having a more comfortable life, ultimately bringing you closer to financial freedom. So that's it for now. Marvingermo, I hope this video helps you trade well, trade strong, trade smart. See you all again soon, guys, and God bless you.